In 2026, one humble mineral broke the wellness internet. Magnesium supplements reportedly sold out at major retailers. For decades, it sat quietly on the periodic table. Then social feeds turned it into the supplement of the year. Creators swore it fixed their sleep, anxiety, and stress. Online search interest climbed to record highs. Suddenly, a boring nutrient became a miracle in a bottle. But does the science actually back the hype? Online, magnesium gets sold as a fix for almost anything. Better sleep, calmer nerves, fewer cramps, steadier mood. Some ads imply it can quietly solve your whole week. The promises are big and the testimonials are everywhere. Some of it is genuinely grounded in biology. Some of it is marketing running far ahead of the data. Our job today is to keep both sides honest. So let us separate what is real from what is sold. First, the part that is not hype at all. Magnesium is a cofactor in over 300 reactions. Think of it as a key that switches enzymes on. It helps your cells turn food into usable energy. It keeps nerves firing and muscles contracting properly. It supports healthy blood pressure and blood sugar. It even helps build the DNA inside every cell. Without enough, your whole system runs a little rough. Your body cannot make magnesium, so diet must supply it. Men need roughly 400 to 420 milligrams daily. Women need about 310 to 320. That is roughly a generous handful of pumpkin seeds. Most of it is stored quietly in your bones. Only about 1% floats in your blood. Standard blood tests barely reflect your true stores, which makes a shortfall surprisingly easy to miss. Here is where the craze finds real ground. Roughly half of adults fall short of the estimated requirement. That is not a fringe problem, it is the middle of the room. Processed diets have stripped much of the mineral away. Refining grain removes most of its magnesium. Soil and food processing losses cut it further. Low intake is widespread, even if true deficiency is rarer. So a topped-up nation is genuinely not the default. Some people lose magnesium faster than they take it in. Acid reflux drugs called PPIs can lower levels over time. Common diuretics flush magnesium out through the kidneys. Poorly controlled diabetes can drain it through urine. Heavy alcohol use steadily depletes your stores. Chronic stress and gut disorders can chip away too. Older adults tend to absorb less and lose more. For these groups, the gap can be very real. Now, the claim everyone actually came for. Does magnesium really help you sleep better? This is where hype and evidence collide hardest. The honest answer is more interesting than yes or no. We have to split two very different kinds of evidence. One watches large populations over time. The other runs controlled trials with real pills. Each tells part of the story, and neither alone is enough. Observational studies look impressively consistent. Higher magnesium intake links to better, longer sleep. One study of over 20,000 people found a clear pattern. Worse deficiency scores tracked with more sleep trouble. The relationship rose step by step, not by chance. A roughly 20-year study tied higher intake to better sleep. Followed for 2 decades, the link held up. It is a strong, repeatable association. But here is the catch every honest analyst flags. Association is not the same thing as causation. Ice cream sales rise with drownings, but one does not cause the other. People who eat more magnesium often live healthier overall. Better diets, more greens, fewer processed foods. They often exercise more and sleep on better routines. That lifestyle alone could explain the better sleep. To know if the pill works, we need trials. So researchers ran controlled experiments to test it directly. Several recent trials are cautiously encouraging. A 2025 trial gave about 134 adults bisglycinate. 250 milligrams improve their sleep scores. Their insomnia severity index dropped by week 4. That index is a standard questionnaire for rating insomnia. Magnesium L-threonate improved subjective sleep over about 6 weeks. So the pill, not just the diet, showed real signal. One number gets quoted more than any other. A 2021 review pooled trials in older adults with insomnia. Magnesium cut time to fall asleep by about 17 minutes. 17 minutes is real, but it is also modest. It can mean drifting off instead of staring at the ceiling. But it is not the knockout cure the ads imply. And it leaned on people already running low. In well-stocked sleepers, the gain may be far smaller. So here is the fair, balanced verdict. The trials are small and often run short. A few dozen people over a few weeks is not the final word. Methods vary, and rigor is sometimes modest. Bigger, longer studies are still needed to be sure. The honest word for magnesium and sleep is promising. Promising is genuinely different from proven. If anyone sells certainty, they're overselling. The anxiety claims follow a similar shape. Magnesium does play a role in the nervous system. It helps regulate the signals that calm an excited brain. Some small studies hint at mild anxiety relief. But the evidence here is even thinner than for sleep. Results are mixed, and many trials are low quality. It is not a replacement for real mental health care. Treat it as a maybe, not a treatment. If you do supplement, the form genuinely matters. The mineral is always bound to a partner molecule. Glycinate and bisglycinate are gentle and calming. They're the forms most often used in sleep studies. Citrate absorbs well, but can act as a laxative. Oxide is cheap, but your body absorbs it poorly. L-threonate is marketed for the brain at premium prices. Same mineral, very different behavior and cost. So who actually gets value from a magnesium pill? People genuinely running low are the best candidates. Older adults, heavy drinkers, and certain medication users. Those with poor diets and real insomnia may see gains. Correcting a true shortfall is where benefits cluster. Already well-fed sleepers often feel nothing at all. You cannot top up a tank that is already full. For them, the bottle is mostly expensive reassurance. Before any pill, look at your plate. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest sources. Spinach and leafy greens carry plenty too. The green in greens comes from magnesium-rich chlorophyll. Almonds, black beans, and avocado all add up. Even dark chocolate counts in honest portions. Whole grains round out an easy daily target. Food also brings fiber and nutrients no pill can copy. Magnesium from food is very safe. Healthy kidneys simply clear out any excess. Supplements are where caution starts to matter. Too much from supplements causes diarrhea and cramping. The supplemental upper limit is about 350 milligrams. That cap is for added supplements, not food. Very high doses are dangerous with kidney disease. More is not better with this mineral. One important caveat before you decide anything. This is general information, not medical advice. Talk to your doctor before starting a supplement. That matters most with kidney issues or medications. Magnesium can interact with some antibiotics and heart drugs. Your situation is specific, and a label is not. A quick conversation beats guessing from bottle. So where does the craze actually land? Magnesium is essential, and many people run low. For those, topping up is a reasonable, low-cost move. For sleep, the evidence is promising but still unsettled. For anxiety, it is thinner and far from proven. It is neither a scam nor a cure-all. The truth sits between miracle and marketing. Here is the practical takeaway. Build the basics from food before reaching for pills. If you supplement, pick a sensible form and dose. Glycinate at a modest dose is a reasonable starting point. Keep expectations modest and your doctor in the loop. Give it a few weeks before judging the results. Magnesium can help, but it is not magic. And honest beats hyped every single time. If this clears things up, subscribe to Calorie Recipe for more.